Perfect.
Okay, come here, Carlos. I got some input. Okay, so this is the second time I tested Carlos's wing, and it flies great. That time it got caught in the prop wash a little bit. Didn't want to come up as clean and easy as the other one. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that tube of air coming off. That wasn't a problem. The first one it launched, absolutely perfect. It flies good. The flight characteristics are real good. It's got a lot of lift. It's got a nice soft landing. It's a good wing. One of the concerns I made on the first assessment that I flew this wing on, because he bought this before. He bought the Beast off of me, but he wanted to know if he should buy another wing. And I said, no, he doesn't need to buy another wing off me. But there is a big concern. And when I went up the first time, I noticed that the pulley, if I were to let these out of my hand, the steering, or if I were to drop them in flight, I don't think I'd be able to reach them. They'd be almost up there. Now there isn't another adjustment. It's very easy to move it to here, and that gives us another 4 or 5 inches, maybe 4 inches. But I just thought of something while I was flying, and I noticed when we started out flying this one, keep in mind, look at this, my trimmers were on all the way, and it was still out of reach, okay? And so watch what happens, okay? So if that's it, now it's even further away. So even this one is going to be kind of a little bit harder to reach when it's above our head. Here, Carlos, come over from behind over here so she can get that in there. And just hold that straight up. I want to show you something. I want to show you what I'm dealing with in the air. Now, keep in mind, look at, it's not going to be hanging down like this when I'm flying. The wind's going to be blowing it back, and it's just out of sight. And then, of course, if I had to land it, you know, and let me tell you guys something in an emergency. If you bought something like this and you didn't have somebody to test it to tell you these things, you're on your own with that kind of stuff. There's so many things you don't know. Don't self-train yourself. But now we can move that one down to this one. But even that other one, if we change it to, look how high I'm reaching right here. My arm is fully extended. I'm not a small guy, and I'm just average. I'm not short. So my arms, but when we move it down to here, at least it puts it in an area where I can probably snag it with my hand. You see what I'm saying? Hold it tighter, Carlos. There you see. See what I'm saying? So that's why we have to definitely move it down to this loop. They stuck that other loop on there for such an event. So I'm going to change those for you next time you're here, or we'll come back in. And yeah, up there, look at, I'd never be able to reach that. I'd be screwed, literally, because I would have no way to do a flare on landing. Now, I'm not totally ignorant of how to bring the machine around if it did slip out of my hands. If I still had the other one in my hand, I would still be able to use it to steer back towards the field, but when I would land, I wouldn't be able to do any kind of a flare. You can't flare one-handed, you'll just auger into the ground. So what you can do is not use the other steering and either use your throttle for control. Once you are landing, just don't pull it for a one-handed flare. You would just add a little bit of throttle to slow your descent, or just let it land. Now, with other units, that might be a problem. Some of the other ones are made of aluminum. They just smash all up. They're just not strong. This one's made of steel, so you might have a little hard landing, but even with that glide ratio, you'd be okay. But you definitely wouldn't want to, you can't flare one side. But one way that you could turn back, let's say you lost both of them, then what you could do is grab the back risers, and you could pull the back risers till you're aiming at the field, and it'll act kind of like brakes for turning. So you could do that. You could even use weight shift, then ease the throttle down and bring her into your big field to land in. But that's very concerning about that. I don't really care for that, but I'm going to change those for you, see where we stand with it, and I think it'll be all right once we move that down here.
Yeah, I think so too.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yes.
That's where it's at when I'm flying. I mean, it's out of there, and I'm glad I didn't let go of them on the first time, because after I looked at it, but if we ever want to use it with trimmers off, then we're really screwed, because it's not going to reach. So if you are going to fly this thing, you won't be able to really use the trimmers too much until we move it down. And then when I extend that, let me see, So the trimmers are out right now. Hold that up for me. Yeah, the trimmers are out. I'll probably just be able to reach it after we move it to the bottom thing. But with the trimmers on, that at least gives me a fighting chance to move it closer. Now it's definitely within reach. And there was nothing wrong with it flying with trimmers on. I do like to use my trimmers because when I'm taking long flights, each motor has torque pull. The Beast pulls to the left. One's like my Monster, the predecessor to the Beast at 30 horsepower. This is 36 with big 150 props, so it's a lot more torque. But that's only when you're really heavy on the throttle. But to compensate for the torque, what we can do if we're taking a long flight and we want to take our hands off the steering is we can extend this trimmer so it flies faster and shorten this one down so that it balances out. So now we can just let go of the steering and we're still flying straight. We can go in our bag. They have custom side bags you can get for this. We can go in there and get our breakfast sandwich out from 3,000 or 4,000 feet and shut the motor off and have a nice little breakfast up there and watch that beautiful sunrise. Something I enjoy doing. And don't get to do it as much as I like to because we're busy with students all the time, but when I have my own little free flights, I like to really enjoy and take it all in. Have a little conversation with the Lord and just thank Him for everything He's done. Carlos?
Amen.
Looked good up there, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it flies real nice. It's a good handling wing, so I'm not disabled. We'll get that changed for you. Guys, thanks for joining me. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Subscribe to our channel below to see all of our other videos. Watch the 3 videos about launching. If your instructor didn't teach this, if you're already flying, how to launch, how to land, and how to taxi. There's 3 separate videos. Find that in my video compilation, and you're going to see a setup, lay down, and taxi different from what you've been taught by most instructors. Now, I trained a lot of guys to become instructors, but once they found out there's no money in it, most of them aren't out there. I don't do this for a living, so I really enjoyed it. It's what I love to do, and I love making new friends and sharing the gospel with people. So that's kind of what we're about. You can blame that on just being thankful. I'm so happy with what God's done and how He's blessed us and all the people we've met. And so for me, it's about the people and it's about the sport. It's not about, having 1 million subscribers, getting free handouts and all that. I don't like stuff like that. We'll tell you the truth about stuff, and that was a good flying wing. I really enjoyed it. But God bless, guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you around.